Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Parts Talk. Today, we will go into another feature on women in the auto industry. What I did last was on Patrice Banks of City Girls Auto, and the link for that video is in the description box below. But for my podcast listeners, you can watch the full video on my YouTube channel and on Facebook. But before we begin, please hit that like button for more content and subscribe if you find my topics informative so you will be notified when I drop a new episode. It will only take you 1.5 seconds to do so. A friendly reminder that I may be the only program that takes you beyond the sales department, consistently of course. Others focus specifically on cars, their performances, look, style, features, and DIY videos from mechanics. Remember to grab a copy of my new ebook, The Parts Manager Guide, Proven Strategies Used to Maximize Profits and Process Improvement. Let's begin with today's feature. If you look at mechanics carefully, you can hardly find an overweight mechanic. Usually mechanics are, especially the younger ones, they're fit, they're physique, they're in tremendous, very good shape. Well, we drink and do other activities to keep our bodies rotating because it's really hard work depending on the type of mechanic you are, whether you're a car mechanic or a heavy duty mechanic. But the spotlight for mainly is that we're focusing on Brianna Daniels. Here you see in the video, she's a tire changer at NASCAR, the first African American woman at NASCAR Cup Series pit crew and part of the first female duo to do a pit crew work. Now get this, Daniels was recruited out of college into NASCAR's Drive for Diversity program in 2016 where she met Brianna O'Leary. Daniels was one of the 10 selected from around the country to join. NASCAR's Director of Athletic Performance, Phil Horton, cited her previous athletic experience and exceptional hand speed as key ingredients to her success in the program. Daniels trained at Rev Racing in Concord, North Carolina, and then Excalibur Pit School in Mooresville, North Carolina. In 2017, Daniels was the first African American woman to go over the wall in a national racing series in ARCA's race at Fairgrounds Speedway in Nashville, Tennessee. She became a tire changer for ARCA driver Thad Moffitt at Toledo Speedway in Ohio with O'Leary, pitted in NASCAR's Camping World Truck Series in Cody Ware, and pitted in Xfinity Series for Mike Harmon. Then later in 2017, she became the first black woman to work in a pit crew in a national NASCAR race at the Coke Zero Sugar 400 annual race car at Daytona International Speedway and later the NASCAR Cup Series. She and O'Leary made history as the first female duo to work a pit crew, changing tires for Ray Black Jr. Daniels then participated in the Cup race just under 2 years after she began her training. In 2019, Daniels pitted with O'Leary for Cody Ware in the Daytona 500 qualifying race and race itself. Let's continue. And not to be focusing on the race issue, but as you know, as a person of color myself, we have to work twice as hard, 5 times as hard, 10 times as hard in order to accomplish many of the things as our white counterparts. So Daniels also worked with the Drive for Diversity Pit Crew Combine program, for which she got her start. Now, Daniels has been featured on ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox, and Ellen, who profiled her during Black History Month in 2021, and I have the video here.
All right, as you know, February is Black History Month. I wanted to highlight some people who are making Black history right now. Today, we are highlighting Brianna Daniels. She's the first black female NASCAR pit crew member. She is incredible. She was one of only 10 diversity candidates selected from the country. 10 out of the whole country to join NASCAR's training program. I'm going to show you a clip of her work right now. Roll it, Charlie.
Let me announce fair use policy. I'm using YouTube while recording on YouTube, so fair use. If you're watching this for my podcast users, tremendous athletic abilities she's displaying here, just moving around and around. And as you know, as the cars come into the pit, they have between 15, 10, 5 seconds to get things moving.
How great is she? Unbelievable. She's fast, she's furious, she's making history right now. Unbelievable. We should talk to her.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you get into something like that? Like, you have an electric toothbrush and it goes fast and you think I can do this? I'm just curious.
That might be her answer.
I don't know how she got into it. If I was talking to her, I'd have the answer. I'm guessing.
And the thing is, most people are needed to enter the world of being a mechanic. And I say this, a mechanic or a technician, the sky is absolutely the limit as to where you can end up. Now, dealers are crying every single day about the scarcity of mechanics and technicians. Now, not being able to coming into the program as fast as before because the younger generation does not see it as a viable option. It is a lot of work, but get this, you're looking at it is very similar to a 4-year degree program, and as soon as you leave, as soon as you get that 4-year degree program, becoming a technician, you can go to being a master technician, and that's where the big bucks come in. And then you can diversify or add to your portfolio. Whether you want to be a heavy duty mechanic, you can go into the airline industry, aerospace industry. You can further your studies to becoming an engineer, and the average technician right now makes in excess of over $70,000 a year. What not to have in such a program? So I think personally dealers should collaborate with the various ministries, the various schools, and try to promote and emphasize the benefits of becoming a mechanic or a technician. Now, I'm a very big fan of Formula One. Not really a NASCAR fan, but the thing that gets me excited is to see the pit crew in action. Now, the drivers possess guts, they possess skills, they possess tenacities and endurance, but they are nothing without their pit crew. Imagine the logistics behind the scene that with the pit crew making sure that the parts, tools, and everything necessary under the sun, keeping the cars going round and round and round. Now, after each race, then an inventory has to take place in preparation for the next event or the next race, and they usually go from state to state, as in NASCAR, but in Formula One, you're talking about from country to country and even continents. Now, the average fan has absolutely no idea what happens behind the scene. We just sit in front of the TV and then television or the radio, and we just cheer and we go along and enjoy that, that vibe that it gives us, because we're fanatics. We love to see the cars going round and round at such speed. I love blabbering around about me. That was it for my show today. So remember to smash that like button on your way out and subscribe so you will be notified. Let's start the conversation below. Until next time.